today I thought we might throw in a few passing chords and going towards one, and then maybe we'll do some other passing chords at another time, and we'll try to start tying all of these different things together that we've been working on. So by now you have a lot of technique and a lot of ability with the dominant sevenths. Lots of inversions are available to you. And you can always go back and look at other videos to find different things that we've touched on or talked about. For now, what I was just doing is really cool. It's a really common vehicle. And I thought I would start with some of the more recognizable ones. So today, we're going to the 1 chord. In this case, it's going to be C blues. And we're playing, as you can see above, C7 when we hit 1. Then we're going to go to E flat 7. You'll notice how I'm playing this just for now. Then we're going to go to D7. And then D flat 7. And then we're back to C. Now I'm going to just outline the bare minimum here. These are my guide tones, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 7 of an E flat, 3rd and 7 of a D7, 3rd and 7 of a D flat 7, which by the way is the 7 and 3 of a G7, so that's our tritone interchange that we're always hinting at. So that's why that one particularly works, because it chromatically moves to the C7 in the same way that a G7 does. So if we play G and go to C, it sounds great. If we play D flat, it still sounds good. This is 3 and 7, 3 and 7. Here's G, 7 and 3, C7, 3, 7. So you can see why that works, and that's a great vehicle, and it's a nice thing that bass players will often do. So you'll be playing along this way, and he won't play D flat, he'll play G. And it gives you a really different sound, or he might go all the way down and be chromatic. If you're going to play in a group as a pianist, you're going to want these open, sparse things. Some people call them shell voicings, but I call them the guide tones. As an arranger and a composer and studying composition, that's what we usually call them. They're the guide tones. But they're shell voicings, they're open, there's lots of other things you can add to them. There's all kinds of terminology, as we've often discussed. But the terminology is good to know, but it's not going to define you while you're playing, because you just can't think when you're playing. You got to just play, right? So for now, we have the 3rd and 7 guide tones, but this is a good thing to have in your hand. So if you're going to play with a bass player, you can also play open and sparse. It also helps if you're going to be playing with a guitar player, because you don't know what he might do in his voicings. Now, of course, in a band, you will know, because you would talk that out and work that out together. Okay, you're going to play the guide tones, then I'm going to play this kind of voicing, or I'm going to leave my left hand out when you play these. Those things are often talked about when you play with people regularly, so you get a cohesive sound that you're looking for to deliver your music. So for now, what if you just show up and play with someone? You're never going to be clashing playing just the guide tones. And then we're going to stick to our blues scale so that you can see that as an overall sound, you've got something that works. Even though you're going chromatically, it's going to sound nice over all of those chords. Also, notice how I change rhythms. I'm always throwing in slightly different rhythms so it's not predictable. That's part of the improvisation idea or flow, especially for me. So I'll take a scale that everybody plays, but the reason it's different for me and would be different for you, it's different for each person, is my rhythmic approach is different. My consciousness about all the things I've listened to, everything that's gone in has informed me in one way, or many ways I should say, with rhythm. So the use of rhythm is a great way to change things up or to just be extra creative with the same old scale. So it's not a boring scale, and it's not below you, and it's not a beginner scale if you're applying yourself like this on a deeper level, thinking in terms of available rhythms. So the next thing we're going to do is take these chords and add the root. So we're playing alone now. And I'm just playing 1, 3, and 7. 1, 3, and 7. 1, 3, and 7. And then I get to my C7. And we're just using that blues scale because, it sounds nice, and we don't want to get too busy. There's lots of time for other things, and we have studied those other things. They're available. And you can play the jazz voicing, which is a little thicker. You can play those with your left hand. And even with that 9, that natural 9 on the E, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, you're still going to be okay with that blues scale because it's passing through. Notice that was major 7, if you're going to be technical, on a D flat 7. But because it's blues and because we're emphasizing the blues sound, it sounds really pleasant and it sounds really nice. So those are the options that we want to talk about with just that blues scale. And I'm ending on the root. So I played very simple. I played the blues scale. Don't let anyone tell you that that's boring, because if you're watching closely and looking overhead, you can see there's a lot of options. And the point is to enjoy yourself. If you're an artist and you don't enjoy the basics, then you're not really an artist. So that's the whole idea. There's no reason to get too complicated. There's time for that later. But when you start enjoying simplicity and you start doing it a lot, you start realizing that maybe moving on isn't the smartest thing to do. Sometimes chilling out is a better way to go. See you next time.